So how do you get more sexiness, more verve into your life if you're a woman dealing with fine hair, thinning hair, any kind of hair challenges? This is Christine from Big Life Thin Hair, where education, empowerment, and love is what we do every day. And we want you, I want you to have more joy and more confidence in your life. So here are my tips to live a more vivacious life when you've got a hair challenge. So first, and I believe to be one of the most important things, is you need a tribe. You need to have your good friends around you that know how you feel about things. These are people that support you and love you no matter what. So make sure that you are always making time for your friends. I'm speaking to you women out there who tend to hide because of their hair loss, who tend to feel a level of shame, don't want to go out. Maybe you're closeted, maybe you're not talking about hair loss with your friends. The most important thing here is that the truth will set you free. So let your truth and the full ownership about who you are and what is going on with you, let that connect with other people. When you're really connecting from a place of your truth and your vulnerabilities, you will connect with other people because it allows them to be vulnerable with you too. So share with your friends, make sure you're connecting with your friends. The second thing that I think is really, really, really important is that you find a great hairdresser. You don't just find an average hairdresser. I'm telling you, don't skimp here. Make sure that you are spending the money and investing in yourself and finding a hairdresser who listens, who cares, who likes you and your hair. When you're a girl that goes to a salon and you have a little bit of a lack of confidence and you don't know what's going on and you're maybe difficult to talk to, or you bring a lot of baggage to the salon appointment from maybe negative experiences that you've had at other salons, sometimes that's very challenging as a hairstylist. And I know because I've owned a salon for over 15 years, I've been in the beauty business for 25. I know what it's like to work with women who don't have any confidence. And I'm telling you, one of the best things that you can do is find a hairdresser that respects you, that likes you, and likes working with your hair. But that means it takes two. It takes two to make that relationship really, really great and strong. So know what you want, know what your vulnerabilities are, and be able to have an honest, open conversation with your hairdresser about what you're afraid of in the salon. It's okay to reveal what you're afraid of in the salon. And that, I'm telling you, will make an open communication and an entirely better experience for you and your hairdresser. And your hairdresser wants you to have the best hair and wants to be able to help you take care of your hair that you have and be able to manage it and work with it. So don't try to just supercut this whole situation and go to the cheapest person. Find a really good hairdresser who you respect, who respects you, and who listens. The next thing is you've got to get self-focused. I'm not kidding. In your head, you're dead. You got to get out of your head. You've got to get out of some of those limiting beliefs that you have about yourself and your participation in the world. The more you can focus on your interests and cultivate passions in your life, the better you'll be when it comes to managing any kind of weird extrinsic problem that comes your way. When it comes to hair loss, your weight, anything that has to do with your appearance, at the end of the day, we know those are honestly, those really should be the secondary traits, not your primary traits. Your primary traits should be the things about you that make you who you are, that make you tick, that make you excited, that make you get juiced up about life. Focus on those. So if you're out there watching and you're like, well, I don't have anything going on and I don't know what I do, it's a good time to take a little inventory assessment of what you're naturally good at, what you naturally are attracted to, and begin to loosen up some of the nerves about getting out there and maybe going hiking or joining a club or participating in sports or even just getting to the gym. Simple as getting to the gym. Maybe you're afraid to go to the gym because you don't like the way your hair looks. What can you do to get yourself out there and begin to cultivate this energy that you really, really need so you can weather any kind of things that come your way, okay? The next thing that you need is to move your body. So that goes back to the self-care thing. Get out of your head and get into your body. Let your body guide you and let it make you feel something exciting about life. I love to dance. I have dance parties all the time in my house. So whether you dance in the shower, whether you dance at home, it doesn't matter. Move your body. Go do a belly dance class. Do anything that you think might give you a little bit of sexiness in your life. Hey, I am all for pole dance, belly dance, whatever it takes. There are plenty of women with all different types of bodies and all different kinds of things going on with their hair that show up and show out. You begin to do those things and you begin to start feeling more sexy in your body and the way that you wear your clothes and the confidence you have. All of that leads to confidence, and that's really ultimately what we want for you, is to not hide and to get out there and be the most confident person that you could possibly be. So get to the gym, start taking a class, go for a walk, whatever it takes to move your body, because feeling good is not overrated. Feeling good is the best thing that you can possibly do. Okay, so the next thing is you gotta change your attitude. I know that's really hard. So many people are just really struggling. And those of you who might be dealing with major shedding, major shedding, but what happens is what we tend to focus on becomes our reality. So if we're constantly focusing on the negative aspects of the thinning hair and hair loss, and I know it's hard, especially if you're dealing with some kind of crazy shedding, but what we have to begin to do is see things better than they are, is to really focus on an amazing life that you can create and all of the opportunities and the options out there. I know that's hard to hear, especially if you're somebody who's significantly dealing with lots of shedding and hairs coming out in clumps and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to turn. I'm here to tell you there are solutions, there are people to help you, and that the minute you begin to decide to create change and create momentum in your life about better habits and making decisions about something, your life will change. Doors will open, you will feel better. So your focus and your attitude is everything. You don't want to be hiding. You don't want to be suffering. You don't want to be depressed because of this. This is just a fact. The fact is you're dealing with hair loss. This is not a death sentence. This is not a life sentence. All this is a fact. Okay, the next thing you need is meds, and that kind of ties everything. And what I mean by meds is mindfulness, exercise, diet, sleep. If there's any recipe that's incredible for women, it's meds. This helps us get in our body, take the best care of our body. This helps us get focused and put our focus in a place of positivity and gratefulness. We want sleep too because, yeah, stress is a real thing. Stress is not the only thing that causes hair loss. Stress exasperates hair loss without a doubt. And absolutely, it raises our cortisol, which definitely has a part in it. But many of us women, remember, women lose their hair, women go bald, just like men go bald. And chasing after all of this insanity and doing all these things only can add another level of stress in your life that, honestly, we don't have time for that. We don't need that. So just take great care of yourself. All right, next. What I think is very important to really raise that energy is dress up. Do not forget, at the end of the day, you're still a woman. You might be dealing with hair loss, okay? But you are still a woman, and you need to take great care of yourself. So put on that dress. Do things that make you feel very feminine, okay? So let's say you really are dealing and you're struggling and you're struggling and you're struggling. I want you to wear a headscarf. I want you to put on a beautiful hat. I want you to go to a store with wigs and start playing around and seeing how beautiful and amazing that you can look, okay? And then dress up. Go into the catacombs of your closet, find a beautiful dress, get that dress, put it on, go get your nails done, put earrings on, put lipstick on. Whatever it is that makes you feel more feminine, increase it by tenfold. Now is not the time to decrease it. Sometimes we tend to think, when one bad thing happens to us, oh, our hair looks terrible, then we just start to be lazy. We don't want to dress up anymore. We don't want to do this anymore. We don't want to do that anymore. And this kind of spiraling, snowballing effect is what then all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're just not going out anymore. We've just said no to everything in life. And that is what we don't want to do. We want to say yes to things in life, okay? So dress up, do what you can, however you feel great about being in your body and being feminine. Raise it, get it lifted, everything you can do. All the little details are so important. Okay, next, sex. So you might not have a partner, you might not have somebody to have sex with, so masturbate. Raise the energy. We have to get the energy raised. I'm telling you, once you get that energy raised, and you do this by taking the best care of yourself, by focusing on things that you know you can control, being grateful, taking the best care of your body, dressing up, moving your body, all of that stuff, and then sex, masturbate, do whatever you need to do to have an orgasm, to make your body feel really, really, really good, because the more you're raising that energy, the more you'll be able to make the most confident, empowered choices for you that make you feel like a super, super, super sexy woman. Everybody has their thing. We know that's true. All women have something going on, okay? And there's always a reason to feel ashamed and not participate in life's pleasures. But again, this is just a fact. This is just something that's happening. This is not a death sentence, and it should never be taken as a death sentence. So if you're out there and you're really dealing with fine, thinning, visibly thinning hair, any kind of hair challenge, this is the last time in your life to stop doing things like sex. So if you don't have a partner, get to masturbating. I'm telling you, you'll feel so much better, and it's something that'll give you pleasure and make you feel more feminine. So the next thing that you need to do to feel really, really, really great and feel really, really sexy is give men a break, is to understand that men also are dealing with a lot of insecurities around hair loss. We have to change our belief system about men, that not all men are looking for women with long, long Lady Godiva hair. That is not true. That is not a fact. Men are looking for a woman who is kind to them, who is loving. It's simple. We don't have to overcomplicate this. And if you're dealing with men who you think that's all they want, bounce. That's what I have to say about that. Men are so insecure too about the way they look, about their bodies. We have to give them a break in society. It's part of evolving. They're very insecure about their hair. They're very insecure about their thinning hair. They're just allowed to live in a society that has a different narrative about hair loss for men than it does for women, but that's okay. Give men a break. See them differently. See them as people who are really, truly looking for what's going on with you intrinsically and not always extrinsically. So remember, seeing that differently really, really will help you. I promise you, I'm out there, I've dated, I have done the surveying of men far and wide. I've owned a salon for over 15 years. I've talked to so many men about this issue, and you know, they feel badly that they're caught up in all this crap in society too. So give them a break and change your attitudes about men, and know that there's so many amazing, wonderful men that will love you for every beautiful part of you, everything. You're having hair, no hair, all of your flaws. At the end of the day, it's just about love. Finally, the most important thing to really raise up that sexy, juicy bit of your life is the truth will set you free. The minute you begin to talk openly, take full ownership of something like this that's going on with you, you are raising your vibration. You are getting yourself so ready to live your best life. I'm telling you, it is unbelievably healing. So the truth will set you free. Do not hide. Don't hide in your computer, in Facebook groups. Don't hide in places. Don't pretend like you're not wearing hair, or that you don't have hair loss when you're out in public. You don't have to pretend. You can take full ownership over it, because once you do take ownership over it and let the truth set you free, you're on a path to decision making for yourself. You're on a path to being like, wow, I don't feel as badly as I did about this a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't feel as badly about this as I did 3 weeks ago, 6 months ago. And before you know it, a year goes by. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had long, amazing, beautiful hair. It takes a lot to make my hair look like this. I've got all sorts of products in it. I'm doing all sorts of things to it, but I'm living my best life with hair loss, and you can too. So remember, do all these wonderful things, and you can live a bigger, more juicy, more confident life, and that's what I want for you. Okay, see you soon.